As the biggest and the most recognized organization in the business, the Ultimate Fighting Championship has become the proving ground for the world's best martial artists to compete. Recognized by many as the best mixed martial arts promotion, the UFC sure has a lot of high-level strikers spread over its various divisions. The competition in the UFC is fierce, which is why these fighters are considered the elite of the elite in the striking department. These are the best of the best striker in the UFC right now. UFC Bantamweight 135 pounds Peter Yan. UFC Bantamweight is filled with the best of the best striker right now, whether it's technical striker like Jose Aldo and Rob Font, hard hitter like Cody Garbrandt and Marlon Moraes, or unorthodox striker like Corey Sandhagen and Dominic Cruz. This division has it all. But for us, the one who stands on top in the striking department is Peter Yan. No mercy. Peter Yan is a calm and collected striker who gradually up his tempo as the fight goes on. As a boxing heavy striker, Yan looks for an opening that his opponents give him, and then as he feels more comfortable, he will open up and fires a lot more devastating and precise shot that will crumble his opponent. The Russian switches his stances constantly between southpaw and orthodox to make himself unpredictable and to utilize different angles. His feint is a significant part of his games that allows him to draw his opponent into making mistakes. When they make mistake, Yan will capitalize it with his quick and perfectly timed shots. The reason for Yan's success on the feet is his calm and collected demeanor. Although he throws heat that hurt his opponent, he doesn't rush or get into brawl. Instead, he picks his shots very carefully while staying calm, coupled with his great defense of tight guard, slick head movement, and bobs and weaves, making him harder to hit by his opponent. From all of those reasons, Yan is simply our pick for this list of top 5 best striker in the UFC. UFC Featherweight 145 pounds Max Holloway. Featherweight is one of the best divisions in the UFC, filled with tons of talented strikers. From the unorthodox Zabit Magomedsharipov to the technical striker like Calvin Kattar, this division is stacked with the best of the best fighter. But Max Holloway manages to stand on top of the rest of his division in the striking department. He might lose to Alexander Volkanovski 2 times in what was largely a striking battle, although the second time is controversial. We still think that Max Holloway is the better striker. Max Holloway is one of the lankiest guys in the featherweight division. Combined with his footwork, allows him to move in and out of danger easily. He utilizes his lanky body perfectly by keeping his opponents at the end of his punches. Max has a wide variety of striking in his arsenal, from his incredible boxing to kicks, knees, and elbows. Max has it all. Holloway might don't have a big one-punch knockout power, but he has volume that overwhelms his opponents. I mean, just ask Calvin Kattar and Brian Ortega. In his fight with Brian Ortega, Max landed 290 significant strikes in the course of 4 rounds. In his fight with Calvin Kattar, who is considered one of the best boxer in the division, Max landed a record-breaking 445 significant strikes landed and 744 significant strikes attempted. This just goes to show how good Max Holloway's striking is compared to the rest of the fighter in his division. UFC Lightweight 155 pounds Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier has been fighting the elite of the elite that the promotion has to offer for more than a decade. From WEC to now UFC, Dustin is always evolving through the years to become what he is today. Since moving up to lightweight, the Diamond has defeated some of the best people in the division, including a lot of former champions. He has scored victory over the likes of Anthony Pettis, Justin, Eddie Alvarez, Max Holloway, and Conor McGregor 2 times. Although he has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, his striking is what mostly wins him fights. The Diamond got power, precision, a great shot selection. His aggressive do-or-die style makes his fights exciting and fun to watch. His fights with Dan Hooker and Justin, for example, was nominated for Fight of the Year because of his style of fighting. As a pressure fighter, Poirier bullies his way towards his opponents. while throwing long-range power strike to get them backward to the fence. When his opponents are cornered, Poirier will throw more shots while still maintaining his awareness of defense. When his opponent doesn't want to get cornered and prefer to stand their ground, Dustin Poirier will serve them with hook and uppercut with no problem, because Dustin is very effective when trading shots in the pocket. UFC welterweight 170 pounds Stephen Thompson. From being a kickboxer with 58-0 record, Wonderboy transition into MMA has made him one of the best strikers in the game right now. His karate style makes him a puzzle that only few people can solve. Those who get the better of him inside the octagon have to rely on high-level wrestling skill, a ridiculous patience, or an unpredictable out-of-nowhere punch. Stephen Thompson's karate background make his footwork movement so fluid and unpredictable. He can move and land punches and kick, then go out of striking range when the opponent fires back at him. This in and out movement makes the opponent confuse and disrupt them from firing their shot. His flexibility and the ability to kick with both legs make his strike can come out of an angle that the opponent can't see. His sideways stance provides him a striking angle that is hard to deal with by his opponents. This stance also helps Stephen set his shots while moving backwards to avoid getting cornered by his opponents. Wonderboy loves to fire his shot after doing side-to-side angle changes. This shot can catch the opponents off guard and make him land sneaky powerful shots on them. Wonderboy has a ton of kicking technique in his arsenal. Side kick is his favorite out of all of them. He usually uses this kick to manage his distance with his opponent, to land a shot to keep the opponents guessing, and to set up his next attack. His highlight reel is filled with flashy finishes that displays what we just said perfectly. And he is the NMF champion too. What more could you ask from him? The UFC middleweight champion 185 pounds Israel Adesanya. Middleweight is a division filled with a lot of talented fighters from a lot of different background. From wrestler like Derek Brunson, a big power puncher like Paulo Costa to unorthodox striker like Robert Whittaker, this division has it all. From all of that challenge, the last Stylebender manages to come on top and rule the division with his greatest weapon, striking. Every fighter in the middleweight division that tried to stand with Izzy will realize as the fight goes on that they are levels below this nuanced striker. As a taller and lankier guy compared to the rest of the division, Israel Adesanya uses his physical advantages really well in a fight. Izzy will use that length advantage to keep his opponent at bay or to land strike when the opponent can't reach him. As a fighter from City Kickboxing, it's a natural thing that Israel Adesanya uses a lot of feints. These feints make his opponent guessing and reacting to something that isn't coming yet, so when the strikes finally come, Izzy knows where to aim his strikes at. Stylebender switches his stance constantly between southpaw and orthodox. This stance switching can benefit him in offense and defense. When switching stances, he disrupts his opponent's offense, because it is hard to hit someone that does different things continuously. With switching stances, he makes his opponent get caught off guard by strike that they don't see, because they didn't expect the strike to come from the other stance. As a counter striker, Izzy often wait for his opponents to strike first, leaving him to dodge the strike and counter with his own when the opponent is off balance or have no defense. From all of those reasons, the scariest thing about Adesanya is that he keeps getting better and better every fight. Those are our picks for the top 5 best strikers in the UFC. Do you agree with our picks? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. Leave a thumbs up if you like it. Comment your thoughts on the comments section below, and I'll see you next time.